Hey there, it's Dina from idon'tgetittutoring.com. In this video, I'm going to be going over how to increase and decrease a number by a percentage. Let's get started. So, we already know how to find a percentage of a number. If you don't know how to do that, I Don't Get It Tutoring has a video on that. Check out our YouTube channel or our website to learn how to do it. It's super informative and comes with practice questions in the video as well. So to increase a number by a percent, let's say we want to increase 500 plus 90% of 500. So you want to increase 500 by 90% of itself. What you would have to do is you take 90%, make that into a decimal, which is 0.9. 0.9 times 500. Because right now we're finding 90% of 500 to add to 500. 0.9 times 500. I'm going to use my calculator to calculate that. That is 450. So essentially we're doing 500 plus 450, and that's equal to 950. There we go. You can definitely do that when increasing percentages, but there's a faster and easier way to do it, actually. So remember in my last video how I said that a number is 100% of itself? That's the whole. So in this example, 500 is 100% of 500. And when we're adding right here in this expression, we have one whole. So we're doing 100% plus 90%. That's basically what we're doing. So yes, you can calculate 90% and then add it to 100%, but 100% and 90% is 190%. 950 is 100 and 950 is 190%. Why can't we just take 190% of 500? That would make it so much easier, and then you don't have to do two steps. You could just do one. So how do we find 190% of a number? I did go over this in my last video as well. So what you do is find 190% of 500. Very easy. 190 converted into a decimal. So boom, boom. 1.9. Then you take that 1.9, multiply 500 by it. 500 times 1.9, once again, 950. For this, we had this much work. And for the other method, we had all of this work. This seems easy, right? Let's try another example. So before I go on, the reason why this works is because, like I said, we're adding the percentages. So essentially all you have to do is put the 1 in front when you're adding. So actually there's a nice little formula for percent increase and decrease. Because the formula is you take your initial value. So I'm just gonna put x as the initial value. And then you multiply that by 1 minus the percentage. Plus the percentage that you're trying to increase by. So in this case, 500 was our x, and our percentage was 90%. But to turn this into a decimal, we can't do 1 plus 90. That does not work. If we did 1 plus 90, that would be like increasing the number by 90,000%. I'm pretty sure. Way larger than what we wanted to do. So 90% into a decimal would be 0.9. So it's x times 1 plus the percentage in decimal form. So this is for percent increase. So you're basically finding 100 plus x% of a number. And also when you're increasing, let's say you want to increase by 200%. You would do 1 plus 2 and multiply x by 3. So increasing by 200 is not doubling it. It's tripling it. And increasing by 100% would be doubling it. And increasing by 400% would be tripling it. Not tripling. Increasing by 300% would be quadrupling it, and increasing it by 400% would be, I don't even know what the word is, like pentupling it, like multiplying it by 5 times. Okay? So this is percent increase, and percent decrease is super similar. Instead of doing x times 1 plus p, it's x times 1 minus p, right? You could do the same thing. You could do 90%. Actually, you could do 500 minus 90% of 500. And then you could do all that math, find 90% of 500, subtract that by 500, and then get your answer. Or you could just do 100% minus 90%. And then you get 10%. All you have to do is find 10% of that number. Super simple. Before we were adding the percentages, now we're just subtracting them because we're decreasing. So let's just do that really quickly. 500 times 1 minus, also 10%, so that would be 1 minus 0.9 equals 0.1. So it would be 500 times 10, and that would be 5. So you see how super simple that was? You made 50. Apologies. See how simple that was? One calculation, not 2 or 3. And there you go. So that concludes this video. Today we went over increasing and decreasing numbers by percentages of themselves, and easy formulas to use in order to do it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this video was helpful. Good luck and bye.